This is Randy Solar. We're back after the keynote speech. What a stunning, stunning speech for the keynote speech with Steve Jobs. They started out with Noah Wiley coming out, doing his best Steve Jobs impersonation, and then Steve came out, cut, and said, wait a minute, here's how you got to do it. You get the bottle of water, you wave your hands. It's a very funny bit they did.
Insanely great. Really, totally, wildly, insanely great new product. Like, I've got products that This insanely great thing was something about 100 years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, Noah Wiley.
Also, they previewed a game which was stunning. I've never seen anything like this from Bungie. It was called Halo, and this was amazing 3D technology, all rendered real-time. And then it came the big announcement, the P1. They finally broke it out, and it is indeed called, ladies and gentlemen, the iBook.
This is polycarbonate plastic, stuff that makes bulletproof vests out. But we've gone one step further. We've double shot it in rubber all the way around. So what you see in orange is all rubber. It feels wonderful, and it makes the unit even safer to travel with. Again, all on the back. When you open it up, it's really
This was an unbelievable product announcement. To demonstrate this and the toughness and the connectivity of the wireless, Phil Schiller crawled up about 40 feet above the stage. I don't know if you can see it. Gary, can you get a shot? Right by the Apple globe there, the big Apple sign you see, the white one. He peeped out of the curtains there and took a 40-foot dive down onto a big splash mat there with an iBook in his hand.
And the one giant leap for wireless networking. Okay. So let's count to go down. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, jump. Ready?
3, 2, 1, jump! Woo! So that was the final moment, and then Steve Jobs had 100 people stand up in the audience. Each they had an iBook in their hands, and they let people gather around and touch it and get some hands-on time, and we'll show you some footage of that right now. The keynote speech, nothing short of stunning. This is Randy Solar for the MacObserver. Let's go to the show floor. Gary, what do you think of the new iBook?
Awesome!
Oh, the digital video? Yeah. Hi, this is Randy Solar here at Day 2, covering the MacWorld Expo for the MacObserver. Today has been a game fest for the idiots. We have talked to developers all over who are putting out some fantastic products. I want to highlight a few here, and we'll show you a little screen footage of what we got a chance to see and what we got a chance to actually play with. Of course, everyone's been a buzz about Fly from gathering developers, and let me tell you, it is, yes, my favorite word, stunning. Unbelievable realism in this game, so much that you can get up-to-the-minute weather conditions of the cities you'll be flying to based on global satellite reports that update every 30 minutes. Multiplayer game through 56K modem.
And then, wow,
it's so real.
Now I'll start going through them, and you'll see what I mean by volumetric.
If I go back to the window, but if I roll the plane on the side while flying over land. Oh yeah, that's the one. Now, of course, for sports games, EA Sports and Asper Media have teamed up to put Madden 2000 football onto the Macintosh. We got a little shot of that as well, and this looks like it's going to be a real winner. And then, of course, the king ding-dong daddy, Bungie, is putting out some amazing games. You've all drooled after the screenshots of Oni. We got some hands-on time, and let me tell you, it is everything it's cracked up to be. Incredible physics, great animation, spectacular fight sequences, and all around too much fun to describe here, so take a look at this footage. Let's get into this battle here. Take him down. Also, a sneak surprise, we mentioned this and showed a little shot in the keynote speech. a game that is in development, not due until 2000, called Halo. This is from Bungie. We can only show you some screenshots because it's very lock and key, but we did get a behind closed doors screening of how the game works in this stunning technology that is built from the ground up in their own gaming engine. Let me tell you, you will be blown away by what you see when this game comes out. And then a quick wrap-up on the National Gaming Championship. Gary?
Hi, Gary Randazzo of the Idiots here, interviewing a fellow gamer in the Carmageddon tournament, Count Monster Rod von Hugenstein. Count, we understand you were ejected. What happened out there?
Well, the blood in the game wasn't realistic enough for me, and I got rear-ended by a guy unfairly, I believe, and I got a little physical with him, and apparently some of the sissies back there don't like that, so I took matters in my own hand, and they had to get rid of me.
Well, to me, that's what Carmageddon's all about, sir. Anyway, for the MacObserver, this is Gary, and back to you, Randy.
Gary and I were able to compete in the Carmageddon round today, and needless to say, we were out in less than 10 minutes. So the Idiots suck at Carmageddon, but the gaming championship, much fun. Well, tomorrow the finals are going to wrap up, and we'll give you the winners and the prizes that went out to them. So for the MacWorld Expo, for day 2, for the MacObserver and the Idiots, this is Randy Sowar. Hi, Randy Sowar, the Idiots, here for the MacObserver on day 3, the final day of the MacWorld Expo here in New York. I want to go through a couple of things that we sort of caught as accolades in the Idiot's eyes. A couple of booths that really struck us as interesting. Logicware's booth gets the award for the most abused booth. They invited participants in the expo to come by and take a whack with a hammer or spray paint or a paintbrush and totally destroy their booth. It was a lot of fun, and I think the people that got to let a lot of aggression out at Logicware's booth while they showed off Redneck Rampage and some other products coming out for them. Another booth which struck me as the silliest booth of the show would be Global Village's booth, where they have the entire ensemble of the village people dressed up singing PCIMA. Kind of corny, and unfortunately no one can really sing there, but nonetheless a spectacular booth, and took up a lot of show floor. The best booth of all, I'll have to say, though, is Apple's booth, where they had tons of the new iBooks out for everyone to touch and feel, all linked up with the airport pods. Stunning stuff. They showed off, of course, the new PowerBooks, iMacs, and, of course, the G3s there. Some surprises at the show in products were some 3D cards that came out. Mactel announced their Vision 3D Voodoo 3 card, which has an amazing frame rate that is supposedly double that of ATI's frame rate, according to the specs that they have here at their booth. They're awaiting new drivers, but we got a chance to look at the Voodoo 3 card in action, and it's amazing. Also, another great 3D card was from 4Mac. Their 3D card has a port for 3D goggles, which house a number of third-party 3D goggles. Elsa was the particular ones we tested, and allowed us to play Quake 3 in 3D. An amazing card. You might want to check this one out. Also, finals on the Gaming Championship were not available at the time that we were leaving the show, so we'll have to post these in a future column. But the Gaming Championship continues with finals today and looks to be a mean showdown. Hi, Randy Sowar again on the last day of the expo here. We're here with Gerald Mejia here. Gerald, I know everybody's worn down on the last day of the show here. Any requests here for people who happen to see this webcast here? Any things you'd like to be sent for recuperative efforts?
Recuperative efforts? I think I'd like to hear a little bit of Sweet Home Alabama, some aspirin, and a good night's rest.
Here. I hear you that. And we're here with Jeff Quistad with Mactel. I think Jeff has a few requests here of anybody who happens to see the clip here and stop by Mactel.
And we'd appreciate any donations that might help us get back to health.
We're looking for a fund to get Mactel back down to Austin, so send your donations now because we care.
We're going to get back to Austin, okay, but we're going to need some recuperative type things, you know.
Exactly.
I'm going to need some time off. So, that kind of thing.
Okay, well, thanks a lot from the Mactel booth on the last day of the Mac Expo. Randy Sowar for the MacObserver.